Everyone, I'm here with your weekly Tarotscope. I am using the Shadowscapes Tarot for the month of June, along with the Fairy Forest Oracle. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, then you know that those are the decks I'm using for the month for the weekday daily draws. We're in the last week of June, so there'll be a new deck next Sunday. If you want your own reading, as always, you can put in you can click on the links below to my Etsy shop. I have a bunch of different readings if you're interested in that. So let's get started. This is for the week of June let me think about this, 25th to July 1st of 2018. We're already headed towards July. So first we have Aries, as always. And here we have the Two of Pentacles reversed. So Aries, this is a week where you may have to move something off of your plate. You've been juggling a lot, you've been busy, you've been doing a lot, and now you're going to have to slow down and take something off. And this is not surprising because Mars, which is the planet that rules Aries, is going into retrograde this week. So things are slowing down for you, which means you won't be able to keep up with all the stuff that you're doing. You're going to have to make a choice somewhere. You're going to have to let something go. And so what I'm suggesting is you let the thing go that you like the least, the thing that's the most draining for you. Let that go right now. For Taurus, we have the King of Cups. Taurus, this is an easygoing week for you. Not a lot of change going on. However, people may be coming to you with their issues. So while you may be having a calm week, others around you may not, and they may need your advice and your help, and they need you to be the calm, guiding person that's going to help them along. It shows too that you're feeling very creative, you're feeling very emotional, and that you're open to inspiration this week. So use that time wisely, to act on some of those creative dreams and desires. For Gemini, we have the Page of Wands. And this is a very Gemini, even though the Wands is fire, I think that this is quite a Gemini type card. We have a creative person here, somebody who has lots of interests and enjoys travel and doing a lot of things. And it's saying to enjoy yourself this week, to indulge in your creative side, to explore some things, to do some new things that you wouldn't otherwise do. It also shows there is some good news coming from a friend, and that you have some good friends around you who are definitely helping you and supporting you this week. For Cancer, we have the Two of Cups reversed. So Cancer, be careful that there may be some arguments this week. We do have a full moon this week, which really always affects you as a Cancer, but especially because it is the sun is in Cancer, but the full moon's in Capricorn, which is the sign opposite you. And this particular full moon is one where there's a lot of Saturn energy, and it may lead to emotional kind of outbursts and things. And so don't take too seriously if somebody says something to you. Although I know as a Cancer moon myself, it's easy to be sensitive, and also we may say things that we don't really mean. So just, be careful, and remember that if there is a conflict, that it can be resolved. It's not the end of the world. But clear communication is key, but it's important we do so in a way that is sensitive to others as well. For Leo, we have the Hermit reversed. So Leo, this is a week where you just may want to run away from things. Also, you can run away from it in two ways. One way is that you just avoid people and you're not around people and you're just kind of like, I don't want to do anything, my energy is so low. Or the other side, we may be so busy because we're avoiding ourselves. So it's important that we find that balance where we are spending time with ourselves, but we're not avoiding our responsibilities, which is another thing that's coming up with this particular full moon, is that it may tempt some of us to avoid some of our responsibilities or feel really down about them. For Virgo, we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. A lot of reverse cards this week. So Four of Pentacles reversed, again, you've got a lot on your plate, Virgo, just like Aries does. Except for you're not letting stuff go. You're trying to fill your plate more and more with stuff and overcommitting and saying, well, I'm the only one that can do this job perfectly. I'm not going to let anyone else help me. And it's saying that you're going to have to ask for some help. You're going to have to ask, for people to help you out. It's also saying to not be miserly with letting people help you. You know what? Sometimes we think that we're burdening others by asking for help, but we're actually giving them a gift by allowing them to do something for us and then being thankful for it. So think of it as a gift you're giving others. For Libra, we have Death. So Libra, this is a week of letting go. This is a week of transformation. Again, Mars is a planet that isn't, what's the word I'm looking for? It's almost like, because Libra's ruled by Venus, it's almost like the opposite of Libra in some ways. Mars in Libra is not totally comfortable. But Mars is in Aquarius, another air sign, and so this, the Mars retrograde, I think, will be affecting you in that it is helping you to let go of things. It's helping you to review over what's kind of happened over the past couple of months as Mars has been moving forward. Things that you need to let go of, things that don't work for you anymore. And for you, it's a bit of a transition phase that you're going through, but it's going to lead to better things. For Scorpio, we have the Four of Wands. So for you, Scorpio, this week is kind of easy sailing. Unlike some of the other signs, for you, this is a week where you can just enjoy yourself and give yourself a pat on the back for the hard work that you've done, for all that you've been through. There may be a celebration of some kind that you're attending. If so, it's going to go very well. But it is a week of celebration for you, and a week where just is kind of enjoying life as it is. So enjoy yourself. Oops, I dropped that on the floor. Anyway, we have Sagittarius next. Sagittarius, you have the Eight of Swords. Sagittarius, it's a fire sign. You are, Mars doesn't rule Sagittarius, but it is a planet that's quite comfortable in that sign, comfortable with that sign. And because it's moving backwards, you may feel stuck. You're used to moving forward at a quick pace. You're very adventurous. You like doing things. You're go, go, go. And now as Mars moves backwards, its retrograde starts on, I think, Monday or Tuesday. You're going to feel kind of stuck. And it's asking you to examine why and saying that you're not really stuck. It's just the way that you're perceiving it. So you might have to look at it from a bit of a different perspective or get someone else's perspective on it. For Capricorn, we have strength. Capricorn, this is a week where you are, definitely there's a lot of Capricorn energy going on in the sky. We have full moon in Capricorn. We also have Saturn in retrograde in Capricorn, and you're okay with that. You know what? You are in it for the long haul, and you know that, and you're feeling like, you know what? Even if I've picked a big challenge to work on, or I am going through some things, I know I can do it. I know, like, you're pacing yourself. You're in it for the long haul. So definitely kudos to you. You're moving forward with things. And Saturn, is in retrograde as well. So, you may not be moving it forward as fast as you want, but I see with this card coming up, you're feeling a lot more patient about it and patient with yourself and others. So good for you. Aquarius, we have the Knight of Swords reversed. So Mars is going into retrograde in the sign of Aquarius. So seeing this here, when this card comes up, it usually means that we're feeling attacked or we are attacking others. We're kind of lashing out at others, and it's advising us not to do this week, Aquarius. It's like, with the retrograde, you're feeling frustrated. Things aren't moving at the pace they were. There's frustration with others, and it's asking you to slow down and to not take that frustration out on yourself or others, because it's a time where you have to kind of reflect. It's not a time for trying to push against the stream right now. For Pisces, we have the Three of Cups reversed. So Pisces, this reversed warns us not to indulge in escapism, whether that is alcohol or drugs, which is kind of the obvious thing, or workaholism, which, Pisces isn't really known for, but not to go into fantasy and escapism. A little bit of fantasy and escapism is fine, but if we're using it to avoid things, then we kind of get ourselves into a sticky place. So it's good to be creative and imaginative, but don't use it to run away from things. So a little bit of a warning there for Pisces this week. That may be a temptation that's coming up. So it sounds like a bit of a challenging week for people. The energy is shifting. It's slowing down. We've got a full moon that can be a bit challenging. I put out a newsletter whenever there's a full moon or new moon. And so if you're interested, you can subscribe. There's a full moon newsletter that's coming out. And just letting people know that this full moon has a lot of Saturn energy, so a lot of and it's in retrograde. Mars is going into retrograde. There's a lot of stuck energy going on. So I think that's what's going on for a lot of people. Not every sign. Some signs like Scorpio, things are just hunky doodle, hunky dandy. I don't know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. And same with Taurus as well. There's some good energy going on there as well. But I think for a lot of the signs this week is a bit of a struggle in different ways. The oracle card that we have is the Green Man. Initiative, fertilization, and action. So interesting. This to me is very Taurus, earthy, Capricorn-y type card. So I don't really see this week as a week for action, but I think this is a good week for fertilizing, for thinking about things. So it is a good week for reviewing things, to look at where our frustrations are, to look at where we may be stuck, because it may help us with having a breakthrough so that we can initiate action further on in the future. So it's kind of like we're planting the seeds for stuff later right now. But that's what I'm seeing for this week. If you have any questions or comments, please put in the boxes below, the comment box below. Thank you so, so much for watching. I appreciate all the comments and everyone's feedback. It's really, really great. And as always, peace, love, rock and roll. I'll see you next time.